Good morning, YouTube family, and welcome to another episode of This and That. Yes, it is your boy Rosie, your soon-to-be #1 YouTube host. All right, for this morning, let's forget about the dozen or so videos that we made together on the Big Easy turkey fryer. Let's forget about the 4 or 5 videos that we made on the Hot Logic. Let's forget about some of the how-to and hack videos that we made. And let's talk about the appliances that I use to fuel this channel. All right, family. Every time y'all see one of these awesome videos, I put in time. I don't really write any scripts or anything like that, but I've had time to set up the scene, so to speak. I had to set up the Big Easy. I have to set up the Hot Logic. I have to, my stove cleaning video, I had to figure out how to take the door off and the whole 9 yards. But what fuels all of that is every morning around 3:30, whether I'm doing something for YouTube or my regular job, I have to get my morning started. And as per usual on this channel, everything I do is lazy. So I found a way to fuel myself, to fuel the channel in the laziest, easiest, but most tastiest way you can imagine. Now, the one appliance, the one kitchen appliance that I use the most is this kettle by a company called, and I think you pronounce that Gourmet or Gourmet, but I think it's Gourmet. And I found this coffee pot or coffee kettle on Amazon, and these things can run anywhere from around $29 to $39. But the thing I love about these, they're collapsible. I am a coffee connoisseur. I love coffee. I actually drink 4 to 5 cups of coffee a day, and I drink it all day. When we go on trips, oftentimes we go to hotels, we're casino people, and we go to casino hotels, and oftentimes to keep you off on the casino floor, their rooms don't have the coffee pots or the big coffee pots, some single serve coffee pots, that kind of thing. But they try to keep you out of the room on the floor, so they don't give you a lot of the amenities that normal hotels do. So I actually take this coffee pot with me. I also have this kettle. I also have one of these kettles in my Jeep. I have yet to pack it in my luggage when I go abroad, but I am thinking about doing that the next time when this thing goes away and we can start traveling again. All right, that's enough to do. Now, the reason I want to do this video is the way I make coffee is kind of unique. I'm sure some of y'all are familiar with the French coffee press, and some of you are not. But instead of using a regular coffee pot, I discovered this French coffee press about 2 years ago. My son-in-law Quentin introduced me to it, and I would not make coffee any other way. It has a unique filtering system. You don't have to go out and buy filters or anything. Now let me show y'all how simple this coffee press is. Now this video is mainly about this kettle because we keep hot water in this kettle at all times. Let me make my coffee, my morning coffee. By the way, it's 5 a.m. in the morning. Now, I take this 1/3 cup and I fill it just below full. That's almost the perfect amount. I drop that in the French press. Now, here's the beauty of this thing. Y'all see that little stand? I bought that from Amazon. I think that was about 10 or 12 bucks. I don't have it attached properly. I'm not sure if that's American made because it didn't want to line up properly. But I use this, I attach it under here, put one screw back in, and it holds my coffee or anything you want. It holds it perfectly. So I leave my coffee sitting there, and this is my little coffee station. Now, here's the beauty of this little coffee kettle. It pours the perfect amount of water in this French coffee press. I think it's 0.8 liters or 0.8 of a quart. It's called, it says. Boom. Right to the bottom of the line, the silver line on the French coffee press. Should be a little bit below that, but that's how I like mine. I actually like a really strong cup of coffee. Put that on. Now normally what I do, getting ahead of myself, I usually stir that a little bit. And y'all see I have a video that I did on these little frothers, and I use these to stir my coffee, single egg, everything. So I kind of stir that up with the frother, kind of mix it up. You put the top, if you're not familiar with the French coffee press, you simply put that on. There's an arrow on this coffee press. Right there, if you can see that, there's an arrow right there. I line that up with the snout. Push this down right to the top of the coffee. And then you let that sit for 3 to 5 minutes. And you're gonna have a delicious cup of coffee. There's no paper filter there to filter out too much of the flavor. It actually gets to sit there with those coffee grounds for about 3 to 5 minutes and soak in all that good coffee. Now, me and my wife love this brand of coffee. Community Coffee is a Louisiana-based coffee company. I'm not sure what town. Maybe New Orleans. But I've been to other towns. I found it in Georgia, other states. I found it in Georgia. I found it in the Carolinas. So it may be nationwide. I'm not sure about the West Coast. But we use this coffee called, it has chicory in it. Now, I don't know exactly what chicory is. I think it may be some kind of wood extract or whatever. I'll look it up. But we love this community coffee with chicory. And that's what we always use. I even have some decaffeinated just in case I want to get my morning started with just a coffee flavor, but I don't want the caffeine. But that's very rare. I am a caffeine junkie. Now, back to this Gourmet. Now, since it's empty, and I think it's off, this is the thing I like about it. This thing is collapsible. It'll collapse down almost to nothing. And you can work that in. But it'll collapse down to a very small, leave a very small footprint, so to speak. You can throw that thing in your bag, in your luggage, and take it with you on trips. Like I said, I got one in the Jeep. I take it with me when we go camping or anywhere else. Now this thing pulls about 800 watts. So a regular little car adapter, the little AC, DC adapter, not gonna work with this thing. You're going to have a power source because it does pull quite a few watts. All right, fam. It's been about 3 minutes. So let's go ahead and now the last step to making that fresh pot of coffee, this juice that keeps the channel going. You simply push this down. Let me let y'all see that. You can see those grounds going down and it filters it. You won't get any grounds in your coffee. Simply pour. And enjoy. Now that stays hot for 10-15 minutes. You're not going to sit here and keep that coffee hot for a half hour. It's not like a coffee pot. There's not an electrical source to it. It's simply a glass container with the top and a filter inside. And I think I showed y'all the filter, but that's all it is. All right, fam. I just want to do a quick down and dirty video. Show y'all my #1 most used appliances in the kitchen. Mainly that Gourmet kettle. I keep wanting to call that a coffee pot, but it's not a coffee pot, it's a kettle. And that's my most #1 used tool. They run from $29 to $39. Or one thing I wanted to say earlier, and I forgot to tell y'all, the entire family uses this thing. I bought one for my brother-in-law, which y'all seen in a couple of previous videos. We did the lobster tails together. We did a fish catch, king, and cook together. I bought him one for his birthday because he loves it. My daughter, I think she has one on the way. I'm ordering her one because she loves it. The reason we love it is we never turn it off. We leave this thing on, and I turn it off for the video because, matter of fact, while we're talking, let me go ahead and show y'all how simple this thing is to fill up. I simply fill it up, and yes, it's still plugged up. It doesn't hurt a thing. Fill it up to the very top, close the lid, turn it on. Now, that water will be hot in about 2 to 3 minutes. We never turn it off. My sister-in-law is a tea drinker. My wife is a tea and coffee drinker. My daughter is a coffee and tea drinker. We simply come over here. If they want to make tea, they go ahead and pour their water in their tea. They don't have to heat it up in a microwave. They don't have to heat it up on a stove. Hot water stays accessible at all times. I never turn that thing off unless we're leaving the house for long term. Other than that, she stays on 24/7. If I'm making some noodles, I love the little hot noodles in the box. You take them, you put the water in up to the line, you put it in the microwave, you heat the water up. You don't have to do that if you own one of these kettles. I simply take my noodles, I open them up, take the little packets out, pour that on top of the noodles, let it sit for a couple of minutes. The noodles are hot, they're soft, they're ready to go. I put my the 3 packets on top. We're ready to go. That little unit, 29 to 39 bucks, has been a lifesaver. I use this more than I use anything else in the house. This is number 2, the French coffee press. And if you want to call this a kitchen appliance, this is number 3. Because you know, this is a red cup event, by the way. Alright family, I carried on enough. If y'all enjoyed this video, as usual, give her a thumbs up. If not, give her a thumbs down and a brief reason why in the comment section. If you're loving what we're doing here, this and that, consider becoming a subscriber. If you do subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified every time we drop one of these awesome videos. It's your boy Rosie. Welcome to 2021. I hope it's a whole lot better than 2020. Y'all take care. Have a great day, a great week, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.